Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Thanks for joining me today on Deep Waters with Deborah Waters. It's 1 minute past 5 p.m. and you're tuned in to Radio 93.7 FM and Silverbird TV. Yes, this is your number one talk show on radio and TV where we go to talk about deep things. We have quality conversations, deep, meaningful conversations about life, about people, about our emotions, about our psychology, about our finances, about, everything that has to do with us, and we do this every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. on Mondays, 5 to 6 p.m. on Wednesdays and Fridays. We have 1 hour of quality conversations where you can actually call in and share your thoughts. Sometimes we argue, sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree, but most importantly, we shake the waters until they're still. Today, we hope to still the waters on the topic, the price of authenticity. Does it pay to be real? The price of authenticity. Does it pay to be real? I'm sure you must have heard a word like authentic. And when somebody say, what does authentic mean to you? Some people say it means original. It means genuine, real. It means truth, honest, being true to yourself. It is who you are deep down. When somebody say, oh, you're such an authentic person, it means that your inside correlates with your outside. Your actions, your thoughts, your values correlate with your actions. Authenticity or true authenticity occurs when your words, your actions and behavior consistently match and accurately reflect who you are at your core. Reflect who you are from your inside, reflect what you believe in. If we are being honest or if we are being open, many of us struggle with expressing ourselves, mostly because we are scared of being judged, we're scared of being abandoned, we're scared of being rejected, we're scared of being laughed at, we're scared of being accepted. A lot of things we want to do, a lot of things we want to say honestly and authentically, but we're not doing them because we're afraid that people would laugh at us, or people would judge us, most importantly, or people would not accept us, people will reject us. What is that one thing that you would love to be, or something you've been thinking that you want to do or you want to say, or something that you are doing right now that does not correlate with your innermost, deepest actions or deepest thoughts? What are they? What does authenticity mean to you? Are you being authentic to yourself? Are you being authentic in your relationship? Are you being real, in your workplace? Does being real really pay? A lot of people will say, be yourself, be yourself. But when you start being yourself, they will start to say, you are stingy, you're egotistical, hey, you are shy, you're not confident, oh, you don't dress well. Being yourself means that I have to be all of this without, looking at people's validations. And once they start saying, be yourself, and you try to be yourself, they are the same people that will come at you and say, you know what, you're not fitting in. And a lot of us look around us today, want to fit in so desperately. Want to fit in on social media, want to fit in, in our lives, want to fit in with our cliques, want to fit in the class, in the social class, and so on and so forth. So I'm asking today, does being authentic to yourself really pay? As good as it sounds that, oh yes, of course it pays, but deep down, does it really pay? Why are you afraid of being authentic, of being real, of being original? Is living your truth always worth it? Live your truth, live your truth, be yourself. Is it always worth it? Because the moment you start to do that, people will start to judge you, people will start to look down on you, people start to laugh at you, people start to reject you. Have you had any experiences like that before regarding, being your true self or being authentic? I wanted to share your story with me today on Deep Waters with Deborah Waters. We're talking about authenticity, the price of authenticity, and we are asking, does it pay to be real? Call in today on our new numbers, 091 5534 5627. 091 5534 5627. 091 5534 5627. The second number to call on, or you can also call on this number, 091 5534 5509. 091 5534 5509. 091-5534-5509. If you're watching us on TV, I'm sure the new numbers are definitely on your screen. So it's been a while. I actually heard your voices right here on Deep Waters with Deborah Waters. The last time we had technical issues on phone lines, and I had to reconfirm with the producer to say, you know what, I hope the phone lines are working today, because I really want to hear from my audience. It's been a long while. I want to hear your voices today. So please do also calling. What price have you had to pay for being real, for being authentic, for being true to yourself, for not bending your standards? What price have you had to pay? What is the biggest price that you've had to pay for being true to yourself, for being real when other people are being inauthentic, for being authentic to yourself? I want to hear your thoughts today. Please calling on 091-5534-5627. 091-5534-5627. And our second number to call on is 091-5534-5509. 091-5534-5509. 091-5534-5509. This is Deep Waters with Deborah Waters, and we're talking about authenticity. We're talking about being authentic. Does it really pay? Does it pay to be real? Let's take our first caller on today's show. Hello.
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 Hello, Deborah.
I can't seem to hear you.
Hello.
Hello. I can hear hello, but it's not loud enough. Let's just take another call. Hello?
Go ahead. You can talk. Just go ahead.
Okay, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Oh my God, I think I'm losing your calls here. I'd love to hear your thoughts again. Please, let's take another caller. Hello?
Hello.
Oh,
Hello,
thankfully.
Deborah.
Oh, hi, Olawale. How are you?
Good evening. That's me.
I know. I miss you so much, Olawale. I miss your voice so much. How are you?
Yeah, I've been trying your number. The line is not going through.
I know. Yeah, we've been having technical issues, but thankfully it's been solved now. It's been resolved.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
You are
you.
saying authentic. Can somebody just be real? Abby?
Yes, please.
Does somebody just be real on itself or something like that, or real in the business or in lifestyle?
Yes.
Which of
Anyone that's...
let me just tell you this thing or something like that. Being real or something like that is real to yourself. Am I communicating?
Mm-hmm.
And some people they want to mingle, they want to react. I want to be like this. Let people know that I can do this. Let people know that I'm like this. Like person that they want to enter something, they want to enter big party or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You not tell that person to mention the name of his father. You not mention the name of another person's father. You not tell him to call the number of his father. You can't call the number. That person has been fake or something like that. No matter. When you see these days, people are living fake life. So normally, people that people are enhancing little money, but they are spending more what they are seeing, their income. Am I communicating? Because they want people to see them. They want to show people. And doing the business, no matter how, no matter when you are doing the business, when you are setting the date for your business, you won't get more gain or something like that. For the business level or something like that, you can't be too real.
You can't be too real when you're in business. Okay, go on.
You can't be too real now. You won't make some gains now. Even though you be calling God, you be calling Wala Chala. Between me and God, God me and you. That this amount about this thing. But no, you can't be too real no matter how. That's why the Bible says, buy the truth and sell it not or something like that. That's why the person cannot be too real when he reads the part of, and people say they want to buy lies. They want to buy fake. That's it. That's why many things that we are seeing is even the economy itself, they are being fake for us. They will just say, I trust Nigeria to become my strength of reason to be faithful. You are faithful. Are you faithful now? You are not being real. That's the thing.
Interesting.
That's the thing. You are welcome.
Well said. Thank you so much, Olawale. I appreciate. Okay, there's one thing I grabbed from Olawale, what he said. He said people actually want to hear lies. People want to hear fake. Is that true? People want to buy fake. People want to buy fake. People want to hear lies. Do you agree with that? This is Deep Waters with Deborah Waters. Which gender do you think is more authentic, or is less authentic? Are men more authentic than women? Are women more authentic than men? Are girls more authentic than boys? Are boys more authentic than girls? Let's talk about authenticity. Does being real pay? And I like what he said, but Olawale was, I don't know. Olawale was just giving us Ronaldo. He's playing like Messi. He's be authentic, oh, but don't be too authentic. What is be authentic and don't be too authentic, or be real, don't be too real in business? What does that even mean? It's either you are real or you are not real. It's either you're authentic or you're not authentic. Should we start rating authenticity now? Start say, okay, this person is 2% or 10% or 20% authentic, and this person is 100% authentic. Should maybe our coach, when she joins us, she will help us, understand. Maybe we can actually rate authenticity in that way. But I want to hear your authentic story, or your original story, your authenticity story, so to say. Do you believe in authenticity? Does being real, being original, saying the truth at all times, being true to yourself, saying your truth, saying what you mean deep down, does it really pay to be all of that? Olawale said in business, no, it doesn't. Where are the business owners in the house? Please calling. I want to know, how do you combine being authentic or being real and also being and making your money in business? Does it go hand in hand? Is there a way to manage it or not? The numbers again to calling, our new numbers are 09155345509, 09155345509. Let me take that slowly. 09155345509. I'll take the second number, 09155345627. Let's take our first another caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Ikenna.
Ikenna Ogochukwu, how are you?
How now?
I do. How far? Good to have you on the show. Thanks for calling.
Yeah. You see, in life there is no hard and fast rule to anything when it comes to do with what has to do with human beings. You understand? The only thing is that you try as much as possible to apply wisdom at something. Now, for instance, in business, I might disagree with who said it's not good to be authentic or to be straightforward or whatever. I don't know, depending on what is how it's being categorized. But you see, in business, the only thing you have is your word. If you, when you say that this is what will happen, or you're going to do this, that it is going to be that way, you're going to have a lot of problem in business. So I'm a stickler for sticking to your word, being very authentic in anything you say when it comes to business and a lot of aspects of relationship as well, because you're going to be held on what you say. People are going to bank on what you have said, and if you create a track record of having deviations as per trusting what you say, then there's a problem. Now, in some aspects, for instance, if you have a particular sexual inclination, and the environment where you are does not fully support full expression or full expression, you have to tactically, cover up.
Yes. You have to be inauthentic, so to say.
Yeah, you have to be inauthentic. So while it's good on one hand to be full and be very open and be straightforward, you might not be able to apply it conclusively in another place. So you have to apply some kind of wisdom depending on the circumstance to know how much you can come out fully authentic. So it's not binary as in this or that. So it's not binary to say it is not good to be authentic or it's good to be authentic. So
interesting.
It cannot hold.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. I think Ikena's favorite words are, by now I should know, are there are no hard and fast rules to these things. When Ikeda wants to answer something and doesn't want to say yes or no, or doesn't want to say, yay or nay, you see him saying, starting with, there are no hard and fast rules to these things. Okay, all right. I hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts there, Iking. What are your thoughts on being authentic? I don't know what you guys mean by you cannot be too authentic. Right? I really don't understand that, because the moment white you stay, or you have a pure white. The moment you stain that white, it's no longer pure, right? In that situation, you have a pure white and then you stain that white. That white is no longer pure, so to say. That's my own analogy. Let's take another caller on. Okay, I think I missed that. The numbers to call again is 09155345509, 09155345509, or 09155345627. Let's take another caller. Deep water. Hello. Hello. All right. Let me remind you that being authentic is not just about your words. It's also your words and actions that has to correlate with your deepermost or deepest. Why do I keep saying deepermost? Your deepest thoughts and your deepest core. So this is it. You can believe in honesty. You can say, oh, people should not embezzle money. But you are embezzling money in wherever you find yourself. So in your heart, you're feeling, this is not right, but you are doing the opposite. You're not being your authentic self in that situation. But now you come and say, oh, I have to do it because I'm in business. And in this Nigerian business, you have to be a bit inauthentic. So where is the authenticity in this situation? Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good to have you on the show. Thanks for calling.
My name is Nika.
Okay.
I'm just listening to what you're saying about it.
Yes.
You say something has no part and hard to read about this. The fact is that life itself is packaging. And packaging is inauthentic. Company pays a lot for the news making. So when we want to use some terms in marketing or business, we find out being authentic is not something that is
that pays.
General.
Does it pay? Would you say it pays?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm asking, would you say being authentic pays?
Yeah, being authentic, it doesn't pay to an extent. It pays to an extent. It's a question of what is involved. But on a general note, the word you're using, authentic and inauthentic, I want to look at it from the perspective of life itself. If you don't package, you can't be attracted. And that packaging to an extent is not being authentic.
How do you mean packaging is not being authentic? Packaging is a look now. It's not the looks. We're talking about what's inside. Packaging is your clothes, your looks.
Packaging is some kind of presentation to attract.
Yeah, but
if you go for an interview, for instance, there are some kind of expressions you have to portray for you to get the job. You understand?
You have a point there. You have a point.
Good. So these are the things. But on a good note, if you want to go far in life, your word should be your bond when it comes to serious matters.
Okay.
Interactions with people. It might not pay you ab initio, but at the long run, people will know you for it.
Interesting. Thank you so much. Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, I've heard another one today that packaging is also inauthentic. While I agree, depending on the person, I agree and kind of like not agree so much, because it depends on the person. Because if I feel good about myself and I decide to show it in the way I feel, in terms of my looks, then I'm still being authentic. Except maybe, for example, I'm a jeans and shirt guy, and because I need to put out a look out there, then I'm always wearing suits. And when I wear that suit, I'm not even happy. I'm always feeling uncomfortable. Then that is being inauthentic. Or am I mixing it up here? This is Deep Waters with Deborah Waters, and we're talking about authenticity. Does it pay to be real? I'm looking forward to hearing personal stories, real life stories, relatable matters, in terms of, oh, Deborah, I was authentic in this situation and it paid off. Or Deborah, no, I was inauthentic, or I went for this job interview and I had to look a certain way before they gave me the job. In fact, I even borrowed a car. I borrowed my friend's car, to come and attend this interview before I was able to get the job. But who told you that you had to do all that to get the job? What if you had showed up the way, in your authentic self? You think you might still have gotten it or not? Anyway, this is not a conversation for me to have alone. This conversation is for you and I. Let's take another caller. Hello. Hi. Hello. Can you hear me? Please speak louder. Deep Waters with Deborah Waters. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Are you sleeping or what? It's like you just woke up from bed. Yes. I can't hear you. It feels like it feels like you're murmuring or you're moaning. I don't even know the difference at this point, but I couldn't hear you clearly. So please do want to call back. The numbers call are 09155345509, 09155345509, or 09155345627. 09155345627. I have to go on a short break now in order to usher in my special guest for today, who is a self-development advocate, and she's going to be helping us understand the topic even more: the price of authenticity. Does it pay to be real? You guys have not given me a yes answer or a no answer. It feels like everybody is sitting down or sitting on the fence. Don't be real, but don't be too real. And you guys, like, this is deep waters. We're supposed to be talking about these things. We have to be calling a spade when we need to call a spade. So let's go on that break. When we get back, my special guest is going to be in the house. And of course, I'll be taking more calls from you, more conversations, more questions, more deep thoughts, and more. Stay tuned. This is Deep Waters. Welcome back. This is Deep Waters with Deborah Waters. I'm super duper excited to have you join me on today's episode. And guess what? I'm super duper excited to be hearing from you guys. I can't have this show without you guys. Without hearing from you guys, I don't like it when I'm having a show and I'm having technical issues. But thankfully, it's so good to be back. It's so good to hear all of your voices today. And you guys are sharing your thoughts, your authentic thoughts on authenticity. I don't know if your thoughts are really authentic, really, because you guys have been sitting on the fence. You are saying be real, don't be too real, and be real in relationship, but don't be real in business. Be authentic in this. You guys, do not confuse me. This is Deep Waters with Deborah Waters. I need us to have these conversations. We love to have real, deep conversations here. So please, if you're calling in next time, make sure you're calling with receipts. Don't call and say be authentic. Give me reasons why authenticity has worked for you. Tell me what happened. I want to hear the story. And if it did not work for you, I also want to hear the story. Don't come and just start telling me, be authentic, don't be too authentic. I'm not going to take that here. I'm not going to grieve for anybody on this show today. Anyways, I have a special guest with me in the studio. She's a media professional, a communication strategist, a self-development advocate, which is my most favorite part of her title. She excels in public speaking training and self-development coaching, and of course she has conducted public speaking training sessions, equipping individuals with the skills to communicate confidently and effectively. She's also the founder of the Becoming Tribe, an online community dedicated to human capital development, empowering young people to reach their full potential. She also believes in transformative power of self-development and authentic communication. She's passionate about fostering growth and empowerment, and she dedicates time to coaching individuals, helping them unlock their full potential. My special guest for today is somebody who I'm super duper excited to have on the show. Like, she's doing a lot for herself. The first time I caught her online, and I was like, wow, who's this beautiful damsel? And then I started to go deeper into who she really is, and I feel like she has a lot to talk about and has a lot to share with us, a lot of authentic messages that I think that my audience would love to hear. She's also a dynamic media professional, somebody who is a creative force behind the Visible Digital Agency, where she serves as a creative director. Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me in the studio Oluebubi Emika.
Hello, guys. You did murder the name. Well done.
I did well.
You did well.
Yeah, I practiced well before I came on air. Before my Igbo brothers would come and drag me from nowhere.
I know, right? But
So
you
good
did
to
well.
have you.
It's
Thank
good
you
to
so
see you.
much.
I mean, you're beautiful.
I know you are beautiful. You are gorgeous,
I know.
girl. Backstage, everybody have been saying, "Who is this fine girl?"
I know,
Yeah,
right?
the only. It's like it's you that they sang that song. Yeah, the only fine girl, only fine girl I know. Okay,
It's
let's
okay.
come back to
Let's come back to reality. Yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay, authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like authenticity is something that is very personal to you. I feel like it's something that you preach all of the time. Be authentic, be authentic. But I want to ask you, as a coach, are you your most authentic self right now?
Right now, I would say yes.
Okay.
And that's because I'm very comfortable in what I'm doing right now. I'm very comfortable to be talking about authenticity because I am authentic myself, right? Does it mean that it is so easy to be authentic? No, it comes with a lot of prices to be paid. It will also cost you some opportunities, but the true value there is the fact that when I go home, I'm comfortable. I'm able to sleep at night. I'm not able to compromise my values and my morals. So yes, I'm authentic. My actions align with my words. So yes, I would say I'm authentic.
Interesting. So when people speak about authenticity, I've tried in my own way to explain to them. What do you think? Is there a difference between the real sense of the word and the what people perceive as the word?
I think a lot of people perceive authenticity to be traits. When people say something like, "Oh, this is how I talk," or "Oh, just leave me the way I am. This is how I am. This is my authentic self." However, authenticity has a lot to do with integrity. At the core of authenticity would be one's self values, one's school of thoughts, one's morals that guides the actions that you display. The fact that you have strong morals, your actions reflect these strong morals. So people don't really understand that word authenticity. So I think it's good, it's right that we help them to get it so that, it would help us foster an amazing conversation.
Interesting. So if you're breaking it down to the lowest of the lowest, what are the signs? What does authenticity look like? What do I see in a person and say, apart from integrity, what do I see in a person and say, okay, this person is being their authentic self?
First of all, authenticity means you are being your true self.
Okay.
You are giving expression to your values, your school of thought, right? One way you can tell that someone is authentic is when that person's actions is not backed up by or influenced by the need for validation. Right? I mean, this is a digital era, so a lot of people seek validation on social media or from the society in itself, right? So, one way you can tell that someone is really authentic is when the person is not trying to seek validation. When the validation outside of you or outside your environment is not what influences your actions.
Okay.
Do you understand that you're able to be comfortable in the fact that people don't recognize you, but you're authentic? You're comfortable in that. You necessarily don't have to compromise because you want to get some achievement or, to take the easy way, convenience, You're authentic. The fact that you're able to, let go of that convenience and chase inconvenience, you're authentic. I always say that authenticity and your convenience, they don't live on the same block. Because in being authentic, people don't understand you. And that's the thing, because we live in a society that people really don't get it. So everyone is influenced by, a lot of things, seeking validation, seeking for, the accolades online, even with your family, the society. So a lot of people would do anything to be on the good books of people, to be on the good books of anybody.
Let me cut you there. I don't know, why is it that anytime we say authentic or being real, does it have to come with pain? Does it have to come with inconvenience? Because it feels like they're attached together. When it feels like it's the easy route, then it feels like people are not being real. It's the easy way out. Please clarify.
I don't think authenticity always comes with pain.
Okay.
Right? One thing about authenticity is the fact that you I mean, if you talk about self-awareness, being self-aware helps you to define your core values, which you now, from your core values, identify what you would say is a compromise to you.
So what if I don't have a core value?
Exactly.
So
So
I can't
that
even
is,
have an authenticity conversation or an authentic conversation.
I think everyone has something they believe in.
Okay.
I don't think anybody just wakes up and doesn't have something they believe in. It is your belief that influences your actions. What you believe in is what would make you do anything. If you wake up, today and you choose to, for lack of a better word, do something wrong, it's because you think it's okay to do it. Because I'm not saying your conscience is seared, but you just think it's okay to do it, even if it hurts people, right? So everyone has a school of thought that fuels their actions. So I would say that authenticity doesn't always have to come with inconveniences, but in some cases,
For most cases.
and I'm talking from experience right now, most cases, it comes with a huge level of inconvenience. But one thing that matters is the fact that you're able to, when no one is around you, you feel comfortable, you're happy with yourself. You've lost an opportunity, but you're okay with it, right? One beautiful thing about being authentic is that it brings you the right opportunities. You get what I mean? And that's because people see who you are. People see what you identify with. So the right people that have the same school of thought with you, they're able to, find you when they see you, or they recognize you when they see you. So I would say authenticity pays a lot, much more than, the other way around.
You think so?
I think so.
So you think that if somebody is being authentic, there are no benefits to it?
Of course, there are benefits to being authentic. I just stated one.
To being inauthentic?
Inauthentic. Okay,
Because
if you're going to be inauthentic, I know what you're trying to do, right? If you're going, okay, go ahead. Let me let you land.
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you, but if we're saying authentic comes with a lot of benefits.
Yeah.
Most people right now are not authentic. They're afraid of being authentic because being authentic comes to you being judged, being rejected, being looked down on, and people don't accept you, and da.
Yeah.
But if you're inauthentic, you can fit in nicely.
Exactly.
You can get the benefits that comes with with fitting in, literally. So I hear you. I know the benefits of authentic is peace of mind. Is that all? Is that all you got? Peace of mind, But inauthentic, if you're being authentic in business, you're getting money. Even though you're being dishonest about it, you're embezzling money, maybe in quotes.
Okay.
If that's where it stands. I'm not saying that's right, that's correct.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that if we are weighing it based on benefits, authentic brings peace of mind. Okay, I can sleep at night. Is that all? Is that going to feed me? Is that going to make me survive in this country called Nigeria? So being inauthentic is popular because of the, in quotes, benefits. Please clarify on that.
Okay, so the inconveniences that come with authenticity, yes, they are there. But I still want you to know that peace of mind is not all that authenticity comes with, right? It's just sad that we live in a society where people have to compromise a lot of times to get something or to be in a good book or whatever it is, right? But one thing is that I just believe that if people have strong belief for what they stand for, it's easier to let go of certain things. And again, inauthenticity comes with its disadvantages. You just stated, a scenario. But the root thing here is the fact that you're doing it for validation. You're doing it to be in a good book, maybe. You're doing it to get some quick, change or whatever it is.
If some of them are not quick, though.
I know.
Some of them are
they're heavy. I know. They're heavy.
They are not quick, though.
I know they're not quick, right? But then again, one thing with being inauthentic is the fact that in being inauthentic, you lose yourself most of the times. You go so far, in fact, it starts with you saying, oh, it might not hurt. It's just one time. It's just one time. You keep going. You just keep going. And at some point, you realize that you've gone so far that you have lost yourself. You have lost your conscience, maybe. You can't even recognize where you're coming from. There's a huge gap between where you started and where you are at the moment because you've been inauthentic. So the gratification is good, But you lose yourself in the whole journey of being inauthentic. Okay, let's even leave the money aspect or the business aspect. As a human, let's say you're trying to pretend to be what you're not, right? If you keep doing that, as an extent, you begin to have what they call identity crisis, because you no longer know who you are, right?
Yes.
And you realize that you have been living for people. So the validation is what is on top of your priority, right? Your peace of mind is not a priority. You being comfortable in yourself is not a priority. You're just trying to be validated. So it means you don't even have security in yourself. Do
That's
you
really
understand?
deep.
So yeah,
Deep Waters with Deborah Waters. I'm still here with some self-development advocate, media professional, communication strategy, Oluwebube Emeka, helping us understand the topic of the day, the price of authenticity. Oh God, this topic is piercing into my soul. Guys, I know you've been calling earlier. Please do well to call back now. If you have thoughts and questions and opinions, I'd love to hear it. And Oluwebube here is excited to actually answer some of your questions. So please do well to call in on 091 5534 5509, 091 5534 5509, or 091 5534 5627. 091 5534 5627. What is the price of authenticity? What price have you had to pay for being authentic or being inauthentic? I want to hear real life stories. Let's take another caller on today's show. Hello. Hello. Deep Waters with Deborah Waters, network issues. Please do want to call back. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We're talking about authenticity. Does it pay to be authentic? I want to hear real life stories. Personal. Come with receipts. Don't come and tell me be authentic, but don't be too authentic. Come with receipts. Now let's talk about why a lot of people shy away from. If authenticity comes with all of these benefits, peace of mind, you're in touch with yourself, you're self-aware, you're a strong candidate, so why do a lot of people, why are we inauthentic? Let's take this caller before you answer that. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Deep Waters with Deborah
Okay.
Waters. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Cyrus. I'm calling from Lagos.
Taiwo, right?
No,
Tayo.
Cyrus.
I think it's
Like King
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
Oh, Cyrus. Okay, good to have you, Cyrus. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Cyrus.
Okay, so great conversation you guys are having, and
Thank
shout
you.
out to the guest today. She's doing an amazing job. I just wanted to contribute to the conversation.
Okay.
First things first, on the issue of being the benefits of being inauthentic. Yes, of course, the benefits of being inauthentic. Being inauthentic guarantees you safety, but you cannot be iconic if you're safe,
Hey, that's deep.
right? So everybody that we consider as an icon actually was just being 100% of themselves. Okay, let me ask Deborah a question. Deborah, what phone do you use?
Why are you casting me now? Nokia
Okay,
3754.
Let's assume you use an iPhone, right? Which almost everybody uses. Everybody uses an iPhone. The iPhone was the first device that came out without buttons. Initially, when it launched, it had just one button, and everybody thought it was just cool, not knowing that it didn't have buttons just because it didn't want to have buttons. Why the iPhone didn't have buttons was because Steve Jobs had a phobia for buttons. It's called compunophobia. You can Google it.
Okay.
It's a fear of buttons. So because Steve Jobs did not like buttons, which is why he wore turtlenecks, when he was making a phone, he ensured that it didn't have buttons. So he translated his taste and changed the entire world. He made everybody like his taste. He was being authentic, yet he revolutionized the industry. So people are just using a device. We live in a world, no offense to him, where portable is relevant. At the heart of portable being relevant is because he's just being himself. And there's this innate human need to be led. So when people see a person that has the courage to be authentic, they consider them a leader, and that's how tribes form.
That is so deep.
So it's important that we owe the world authenticity, not an explanation.
Wow.
And if the people that don't get it, they'll be fine. They'll come around.
Wow. Cyrus, did you just come out of a book or a computer or what? Thank you so much for sharing.
No.
I appreciate Okay, Sarah said we should be iconic. Not why
Of
are you saying
course. I mean, because he just
spoke your mind?
exactly
Yeah.
same school of thought. The people that get it get it.
Oh, okay. Is there a match there?
Are you serious right now?
I'm checking. Is there a match
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because the way you guys have been complimenting yourself all day, I'm just
Nah.
like,
I'm just an innocent young lady.
Let's
Trust
take
me.
another call. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi. Good to have you on the show. Deep Waters with Deborah Waters. What's your name?
My name is David.
Why am I missing the name? Did you hear that? David?
David, yeah.
Oh, David.
Okay, King David. Good to have you. Thanks for calling. Share with us your thoughts.
Yeah, being authentic is being yourself, being honest. It's just the way you define it.
Okay.
But the problem is that whenever you're being authentic,
Mhm.
depending on the way where you find yourself,
Mhm.
you begin to get different views from different people. I was supposed to talk to a politician. I was interviewing him and a journalist, and I talked to him about when he was uh, not a politician. He was honest. He was straightforward. But now he finds himself in the midst of some people. And these people will say, you don't have to be what you are. You have to be this. This is the institution. This is how it is done here. You have to do it this way. If you don't do it this way, you will not be accepted. You will be rejected. And he does it that way, and people are happy about it. But he's not happy. He doesn't have a peace of mind. You see, even the good books want us to be authentic, want us to be real. You'll be real and you'll be satisfied and you'll be happy whenever you live it. Even though people reject you, people think you are not good or you are not the best person they want.
Yes.
But just be yourself. Eventually you will achieve that goal and you'll be a fulfilled person.
Okay. Thank you so much, King David, for sharing. I appreciate it. All right. So, having heard all of that, while being authentic might be very good and come with its own advantages, the society at large, like everybody has, said, even yourself, that a lot of times people are not, they don't come around with people that are authentic or, in quotes, too authentic, so
Yeah.
to say. So how do you balance being authentic and an environment that does not support that?
So the thing is, there would always be bad eggs in bad eggs. I mean, in an environment, right? And David just talked about a politician that he worked with, or he still
Yes.
works with. The fact that he's able to still do what people want, but he's not able to, feel peace or things like that. One way I think you can balance authenticity, it depends on the environment, anyways.
Okay.
I would say boundaries, which is because this will help you to streamline or identify what you would term what's the word now, compromising for you, and what you would term, oh, I'm actually staying true to myself, right? I'll give you an instance.
Okay.
You were looking for real life issues. I think I can give you one actually.
Please.
I worked in a firm where everybody needed to be on the good books of the boss.
Okay.
And I had a great opportunity to be in not just the good books, but it was
The greatest, the best of
do you
books.
get what I mean? Like you know what's up, right? And it was very challenging, very sweet. Like it was just mouth-watering offer. At that moment, to be honest with you, it was very convenient to go for that. Very convenient. However, I knew that would be me compromising my values and what I stand for, right? And I weighed the inconvenience that was going to come with it. It meant a lot, right? But guess what? I went for what I felt peace with. But I suffered. Do you get what I mean? The stress it came with broke me so much. But the good thing about this is that I'm able to stand high. My shoulders are high, and I was not in the good books. But at the end of the day, the good books didn't matter to me anymore. Because one thing is that the good books will always be there. You will still be in the good books, but then you will still have to go through some like more compromises in the future. So there's no end to it.
Yes.
So for me, I had to exit. Sometimes exit, just leave. Because you can't. No, hold on. I know it is very difficult to say, oh, you can't give up on this.
Survival.
Exactly.
Is, attached to it.
Okay, so which is easier for you to do? Take it up, but then you're still gonna probably lose it one day, or maybe you're still going to lose yourself one day. So I'd say leave when it's early, when you're still intact. You can start building again.
But with this thing that you say about losing yourself, we've seen people who do or are inauthentic, get what they want, and then go back to being authentic. Literally. You know.
But how do you feel when no one is around you? Are you at peace with yourself? Are you able to, one thing that experience taught me, I'm able to talk about this because I know I walked away from that offer. It was beautiful offer, trust me. I know I walked away and I don't feel like I lost anything. If anything, being authentic has helped me to attract better opportunities that it was just because I was being authentic.
Align with your values.
Do you understand what I mean? So instead of you having to compromise because of some little benefit or whatever it is, if you leave that environment or wherever it is, I think it's easier for you to even get what really belongs to you.
And what if it never comes?
It will come, unless you're not prepared for it.
So finally, what are the tips? If you have so for someone who has been there, done that, if you have like honest tips on how to start your authenticity journey for somebody who has, taken routes in their business or relationship of being inauthentic, how do I even start the journey? And if I've been far too deep into being unreal or being, how can I even withdraw? Especially if I have a lot to lose. It's easier to walk away when the stakes are not high. But when you're talking about billions of nairas, when you're talking about people's lives, when you're talking about public embarrassment, when you're talking about a name that you have built for a while, how do you even start the conversation?
People always say, I don't know if I'll get it correct, but a good name is better than something. Just along the line, right? And I believe that's really true. If you want to start the journey of being authentic, you would need to do some self-analysis as to why you really want to be authentic. That's one thing. People don't get their whys right. Do you understand? Why do you want to be authentic? Right? Why do you want to be inauthentic? When you get your why right, I think it's something that would solidify the next actions or the next line of action you're going to take. For me, when I chose to be authentic, I knew my why. Right? So whatever another person had to contribute did not mean anything to me because I knew I had my reason. It was just there. Right? So if you know your why, then of course you can go through some moments of self-analysis and figure out what you think you have done right so far and what you would need to work on, which is why being self-aware is very important. You need to be self-aware. You need to and being self-aware it takes time. It's like you discovering yourself. It doesn't happen in a day. It's just, a continuous thing to do. Then with time, you get more clarity, right? But being self-aware helps you, okay? And also, you need to also understand that there will always be people that will not, how do I put this now? That will not agree to your school of thought, right? For example, social media is just one place that everybody's literally showing you like the good side of life.
Yes.
Do you understand? And then we have a lot of young people just jump into a lot of these things, but they don't even understand what's going on the inside. They seek validation. So take out the validation that you're seeking. Take out the fact that you want to be on the good books. Take out the fact that you want to be, you want to do this. Take it out. What do you want really? Why do you want what you want? What is the future you're seeing? And the future that you're believing God for, or maybe you're yearning for. That would help you so that when you get to that future, you're proud when you look behind you. You look back at your past. You're proud that you made a decision. But when you get to the future, you can't even boldly speak about how you got there. There's no point doing it in the first place.
Interesting. Very well said. Thank you so much, Honorable Bay.
You're welcome.
Emeka, self-development advocate with your professional communication strategist. I appreciate you for coming. I know that a lot of people listening now are saying, this authenticity journey, oh God,
It's
help
hard.
me. I've heard this thing now. Maybe if I tune out now, I've forgotten. But they want to, tune in. They want to, maybe be a part of your self-development classes, be in touch with you for mentorship and all that. How can they find you on socials?
I'm on Instagram, Olubube Emeka. That's the name on Instagram. And yeah, I think Instagram will do for now.
Yeah, so Olububemeka, in case you want to start your authenticity journey, or you need a friend, right? Sometimes you need to change your circle.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
really need to change your circle. It can be really hard because today's conversation is ringing in my head. Lord God will help us. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having
And I'll
me.
leave you with this food for thought. I call it the deep quote of the day, and it's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And it says, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. I hope that sunk. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, for calling in, for sharing your thoughts. David, Ikena, Olawale, Ralph, I want to appreciate you for calling. If I didn't mention your name, I didn't forget you. I remember what you said. So please do want to join me again on Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. for another amazing show right here on Deep Waters with Deborah Waters, where we love to have deep, meaningful conversations. Thank you so much for watching. See you on Friday. Bye-bye.